Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the unexpected joys of being yourself. And this is something that a lot of people don't think about, but in reality, everybody have a different traits, different way of thinking, different way of doing things. So if you display that, you automatically going to stand out. And that's all it takes to be recognized. Imagine going to a job application, to a job interview or whatever. You have an opportunity to have an interview for a job that you really want or for something that you really want, and a lot of people are also being interviewed. And imagine you go there with a general understanding of how people should behave, and everybody just behave the same, and you just be yourself, and you go there, you're gonna stand out. And even if you're not the smartest, even though you may not be the most qualified, you don't have the most qualifications for that job, but sometimes the fact that you're unique, you think for yourself, they'll give you the job, or you actually stand out, or they'll give you another opportunity, because it's not a lot of people in the world that actually choose to be themselves, especially in those type of environments where you're looking for a job because you want to please the company so they can hire you, or you want to please whoever is in charge so they can take a liking to you. So you calculate everything, and you do everything according to the way you think everything should be. But if you disregard all that and just be yourself, you'll be surprised how much people take a liking to you. And if I can give you one example, is Andrew Tate right now, because he's one of the guys that's winning right now in life in every aspect you can imagine, right? If he was the type of person that say everything that everybody already know, or everybody already okay with saying, he wasn't going to be at this level. But the fact that he say whatever he feel like saying and however he feels like saying it, and some people are triggered, some people are offended, and some people are happy. That's what you call being yourself. Nobody on this earth should be liked by everyone, because the way I see things, the way I say things may not be for you. But the people that actually can take it, that can see my point of view, that can see what I'm trying to do, they will appreciate me. And you don't have to live a fake life. You're always happy, even if you don't have a lot, because you're being yourself. That's the whole purpose. Some people want to be rich so they can be free to be themselves. So you can do whatever you want to do at whatever time you want to do. That's the purpose of a lot of people trying to be rich. But imagine you have that unlock, even when you're not rich yet. You're just being yourself. Only real opportunity that's actually going to get you closer to you being your real self 100% is going to come to you. But if you send the mixed feelings, sometimes you're yourself, sometimes you're acting like everybody else, how can you attract the opportunity that you really want, the life that you want to live? So you have to identify the life you want to live, the character you need, the personality that you need to have to live that life, and just embody it now. Even if people don't like it, even if people don't respect you for it, just embody it. That's you. You find out who you are, and you became who you are. Who cares? The people that don't really appreciate your changes or your transformation to become better, they don't even need to be in your life, because they don't want the best for you, because in your mind, you're trying to become the best version of yourself, and these people don't appreciate it. They think you change, they think you fake. You just gotta let them go, and live your life the way you want to, starting now. This is something I do, right? Because I believe I'm in an environment where it's hard for me to read off other people, to understand who you really are. Sometimes you need other people in your life. They're gonna remind you who you really are, because when you have people around you, sometimes they'll do either things that you love or things that you don't like, and through those two things, you can decide, okay, how I want to act, how I want to react to these situations in case it happen. But if you by yourself all the time, you won't be able to be firm on your new belief, right? Because you have to practice it. You have to test it out how it is, So it's okay to be around people sometimes where they can test your new belief, to see where you stand, and the rest is on you. You have to see where you need to adjust, where you need to be more firm on, where you need to adjust. So people are necessary in your life, People are things that will help you actually strengthen your belief, or test your belief. Like, it's either you actually that strong, you actually that person that you say you are, you actually the new version of yourself, or you still think you are. And people bring that out of you, and that's one of the things that I've been always using, and Because if you don't have people that appreciate you for growing or elevating, you need to get it out of people. And a way to do that is just everything you've been learning, everything you've been trying to change in your life. And when you think you're actually ready, you're supposed to go out there and test it out, test it out and see how people receive it, how smooth it is, how you actually, embodying those traits. And people bring that out of you. And that's a good thing. Some people don't like it because they don't want to look weak, but in reality, you have to look weak till you become strong. Like, you can just go in the gym today and lift 500 pounds. You have to look weak in the process. When you first start, you're not as strong, and you keep going, you keep getting stronger and stronger, and you try your new 1 rep max, and you can't lock it in, you can't lift it, and you come back the next week, you can't do it, and you come back again and you do it. So you have to look weak, and it's not weakness, it's strength, because you always keep trying, But if you in this type of journey, if you actually walk in this path, a lot of people that's not at your level is gonna look at you like you're weak and you being vulnerable at the wrong time, like you making a fool of yourself. It's okay. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You know you're not being a fool. You know nobody is choosing to put themselves out there so people can make fun of them. You just know where you're trying to get to. So they don't understand it, so they disrespect you. They talk to you in a way that's belittling. They think you're a fool. It's okay. It's okay to be the fool sometimes until you show them that really they are the fool, But it's life, man. Use other people's reactions to what you do, to what you say, to what you act, to know how strong you are on that belief. And carry on. Don't give up. And every day there's a new challenge. Every day there's a new challenge. And I really mean this. If you really have something you're working towards, you wake up with a new challenge in mind. You wake up feeling like everything you've done is nothing. Sometimes you feel like all the hard work you've been doing on yourself, it's not really meaningful until you are tested in a way that's not expected, and then you see the way you act. You can go home and actually be proud of yourself and know that you came from far. People test you, and people want to make you believe everything you're doing it's not real, it's not working, you're not as strong as you say, you're not who you say you are. So they want to break those boundaries. It's okay. The first time you set those boundaries up, it might not be as firm, it might not be as strong. Anything can break it. It's the new beginning. It's okay. As long as you keep working on it, you learn how to make the foundation strong, eventually it's gonna stand. We're not judged by what we are now, it's what we can be, or how we're gonna end this life, how we're gonna end it. Everybody was born vulnerable. You was a baby, you was vulnerable. By the time you die, it's either you're a great person or you're a nobody. That's depending on what you did in between. Did you allow people to see you weak while you was building yourself up till you became the strong person? Or you were so proud that you don't want people to see you weak in between, and then now you're dying as a weak person? Not to disrespect, but in reality, weakness must show, because that's the only time growth can happen, And the people that walk the same path as you know that's not weakness. That's the ultimate strength. Is knowing that I'm being vulnerable right now, but the end result is I'm gonna be stronger. So that type of vulnerability is okay. You go in the gym, your goal is to lift 5 plates, and you can only lift 1 right now. It's fine. Who cares? Everybody's lifting their max. You don't care because you're trying to get there. So it don't hit that hard. You don't look at yourself like a bum because I'm trying to get here and I'm dedicated to get here. So it's not being really vulnerable. It's actually accepting the process and taking slowly and actually getting better till you get there. When you get there, you can inspire others, because you hear all the dirtiest things, all the filthy things, when you're actually being vulnerable and trying to work towards something better. Because people don't want you to become better. They want you to stay in that one zone. So you can stick to the weight that you know how to lift. The only 1 plate you know how to lift. They don't want you to get better, because when you try to lift the 2 plates and you struggle, they make you feel like everybody's looking at you like you're weak. Like, why are you doing this? Wait till nobody's in the gym so you can lift it. That's not how it works. Who cares? I've been putting in the work for the last month. I'm trying my new rep again. If it don't work, you come back next week and you try it again. It's gonna work. That's not being vulnerable. That's not being weak. Only if the people that's around understand. Only if they understand. You trying to get somewhere. So this is a must. You have to look weak till you get where you want to get to. It's a must. because we are born weak. You have to get strong. You have to know how to crawl, how to walk, how to run. You have to get strong. We always get stronger, whether we want to or not. We always get better. But it's either you choose what area you want to get better at, or you just let life take you wherever you want to go. And in reality, it's not the best place sometimes. So accept yourself for who you are. If it's weak, fix it. Who cares? You know, the people that actually love you for who you are, really want to see you for who you really are, they will see what you're doing, and they will know what you're doing. But the people that don't really care, they just look at the outside and be like, okay, this person, and count you out. You don't want to be around those people. But most people allow themselves to be distracted by the people that's doing that, that's telling you, oh, no, you know, like, and then you want to please them. But the people that really care about you, looking at you and clapping for you on the low, like, look, like, okay, this person he's gonna get somewhere. The type of work he's doing, he's gonna get somewhere. The type of tenacity he has, he's gonna get somewhere. And you're supposed to tell yourself that too. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna lift my little weight right now, but next year you're gonna see me in this gym lifting the heaviest weight. And this is not just about weight in general, in everything you do in life. And I'm speaking about growth. You know, you might be at a place that you don't like right now. Just keep trying, keep growing. And you're gonna get to the place you want to get to. Maybe not at the time you want to, but at the time you really deserve it. You know, you can't choose when I'm gonna be strong enough to lift 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates. Your body tell you, because when you lift it, you know, okay, today's the day. So when that day hit, you're gonna prove them wrong, and you're not a weakling that they think you are. You actually know what you're doing, or at least you listen to yourself. You listen to your intuition, and you know where you want to get to, and you get inspired every day, and you take action. Another reason why being yourself is actually important, especially if you're a man, is because all the information that's circulating around the world right now came from somebody, and you don't even know how beneficial it is for you, but you just take it just because a lot of people believe it, and it's coming from a place, from someone that's trustworthy, and then you build your life around it. But in reality, it's not your truth, you know? And if you dig deep, those people felt a sense of conviction in them, and they went and actually experimented all these things and come up with this result, like, oh, this is the truth, this is the reality. But in general, that's not how it is, you know? Just imagine life without social media. Everybody won't have access to the same facts, right? Everybody have different way of doing things, and maybe the result might be the same, but they have a different way to get to things. That's how I look at life of a man. You have to believe in God. You have to believe in your intuition. You have to trust your guts, right? And until you get it to a point where you actually believe this is facts, because whatever you feel like this is real, and you actually go and try to prove it is real, and if you find out that whatever you felt in you was the truth, then you can start trusting your intuition. But people don't even take that first step to actually question whatever they felt, whatever intuition they got, whatever idea they had in their minds, to test it out to see if this is actually something that can be the truth for me. You know, it don't have to be the truth for everybody, but it has to be the truth for me, because it's just making my life better. It makes sense to me so much that I can believe it deep down in my bones that this is the truth for me, right? Look at the people that's winning. They all have different opinions. And the biggest person I can say is Andrew Tate. Look at him. The things he say, a lot of people don't agree, but he's still winning. It's because it makes his life better. He believes it. You know, people say depression is real. He's saying depression is not real because I don't give power to things that's taking power away from me. Whether it's true or not, it's true for him because it helps him out. It makes him a better person. It makes him stronger because he refused to give power to depression so he can sit there and be sad. So if you look at every aspect of your life in this way, you will come up with a unique life because you will know what's better for you. If you know you work harder, or you at your best when you're depressed, and nobody gonna tell you depression is bad. You gonna think depression is good, even though that's not a thing. But let's assume that's for you. You stand for this. Like, you don't care what happens. This is me. I work better when I'm depressed. I work better when my back is against the wall. So yeah, push me against the wall. That's where I'm at my best. Who cares? That's beneficial for you. So it's your truth. So I believe that people is running away from their intuitions. People don't respect whatever feelings that God is giving them to warn them or to help them. They don't listen. They just rather go with somebody that's already winning and whatever they say, and you do it, but it don't match your life. It don't make your life better. You are a different person than them. So it's better to have your own questions in life. And this is why I was saying in my previous video, always before you get out your house, have a question about yourself or in life about something that you don't know about, and let everything inspire you to give you the answer. And I believe that's God always give us answers, right? You just gotta have questions. Like I'm waking up today, I have my own questions. So I go out. When I see things, everything is interacting with me. So I can get my answer. And by the time I get home, I already have my answer because I'm really seeking that answer. I don't have to go on Google to find that answer because it's going to be genetic. It's going to be an answer that everybody can relate to. But I want a specific answer that will fit in the puzzle in my life that I need. It will fit in that place that I need. So I'm looking for a specific answer. I go out and I can have a conversation with a random person, and they can touch that topic that I'm wondering about. And don't you think that's a coincidence? Or do you think that's a coincidence? Do you think that's the way that God is giving me my answer? Don't you think that the crash that I saw over there, and I saw these people wearing a shirt that's saying something that I'm looking for, that I've been asking questions about, don't you think that's a way of me getting my answer? Don't you think that I may be thinking about giving out money, and I go and I meet somebody, and they give money to somebody else, and they're just talking, and I make connection with this person, and they teach me something about giving? Don't you think that that's a way of me getting my answers? Like, sometimes you don't have to get your answers the way everybody get their answers, because some answers are tailor-made for you specifically. Yeah, the end result might be the same, but the way you go about it is different. Your life is different. Your experience is different. So allow yourself to listen to your intuition and go out and let God inspire you with the specific answer you're looking for. This is what I do. And since the topic of today is about how being yourself can bring you joy, this is a topic I really appreciate, because my life, I feel like I've been like that. I don't seek other people's approval. Even sometimes it's innate in you. You want other people to approve you. You don't want other people to accept what you do. But it's like, I can survive without other people giving me a feedback. I can survive. And sometimes my way of getting those feedback is I just learn their facial expressions, and I can get my answer, and I can learn how to adjust, how to make it better, how to come off smoother, how to be better, you know? And I'm gonna give you a little scenario. Let's assume you're the type of person, you like to be alone, you're always alone, and you have a lot of questions about life, you have a lot of things that you wanna learn about, but you actually taking action, you actually making yourself better, but there's nobody to say that you're doing a good job. There's nobody to say that you actually becoming better, and people's always making you feel like you're crazy because the things that you're doing don't make sense, you're changing, and you can't get feedback from people, right? And if you're in this situation where you can't get feedback from people, your best scenario is to go out and practice what you've been working on yourself, and see how people react. They don't have to say anything. The way they react, you can tell what you need to do, right? If you're trying to get girls, right, and you've been learning a lot about getting girls, go outside and try and see how they react, and from there you can adjust. You don't need nobody to tell you you're doing a good job or you're not doing a good job, or you're messing up right here. You would know on your own. This part right here is not good, because when I said this, her facial expression was then you need to adjust. Like, that's how I do it. I rob people of those reactions they're not trying to say, they're not trying to give me. I just get it out of them, because I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna see what's going on, like what part I need to get better at. Not because I want to get better with them, I want to be better for me. So sometimes when you embodying new traits, new way of living, you might not come off right. You know, your energy might not be right. You may be a little aggressive. You may be, a little bit timid because you're not sure yet. You're trying to become better. You're not better yet, you're trying to. So you apply it and you see, did I get better? Or am I still coming off trying to get better? And those reactions is going to help you actually become better instead of always trying to become better. So this is the point that I was trying to make. Be yourself. Nothing's going to change for you, man, until you become yourself. Because if you stay the way you are, thousands and millions of people act the way you are. They have the same information. They believe the same thing. They move the same. Their emotions move them. Everybody is just the same. So success is basically breaking those cycles away and become your real self. And you stand alone, you act the same, you act like the way you want to act, you talk the way you want to talk, you laugh the way you want to laugh, the way you really meant to laugh in life. You actually embodying your true self. Then you stand out. Then everything will come to you. Then you will become rich. Then you will become famous. Then you will become whatever, respected. Because it takes strength to actually break those cycles and go in the unknown and find pieces of you that you didn't know existed. A lot of people can't do it. That's why there's these general belief that they're putting out there for people, because people don't want to go and find something to believe in and actually willing to fight for those beliefs. So they give you something that everybody can agree to, so you don't have to do none of that. And you stay the same as everybody. They move you in the pack. But if you're strong enough to refuse moving in the pack, and you actually carve your own way, you go in that darkness and fight and find pieces of you and put it together like puzzles, and you actually end up making up your own man, like you create your own character, your own personality, you're gonna become rich. This is my mindset. If you are actually the type of person that ponders, right, that go back in your past to read, to understand your past, to understand the pattern of your life, you know that all the struggles you go through is God forcing you to let go of something. God is forcing you to change your mindset to have a better mindset that will make you elevate. I don't think suffering comes for no reason. I believe that there's certain things that you're overlooking. That's why you keep going through setbacks and things that's not favorable for you, because life is forcing you to elevate. But people don't go back in their past to study. They go back in their past to dwell and fight and assume, if I had a different path, or if I didn't do certain things, I would have been in a different place. But that's not the best way to go about it, because if you do that, you stick into your past and you're gonna stay there forever. But in reality, you're supposed to just look and see how graceful God is, that he's gonna set you back and sit you down in a place where you have a lot of things you want to do, but you can't do it, just so you can see the problem that he wants you to see. But people don't even care about that. Like, sometimes we don't appreciate God for certain things he do, which is sometimes bad, but it's only bad because you allow yourself to see it as bad. You know, I was one of those persons. I was one of those people always looking at the hard times like, damn, what's going on? Why is only me? But in reality, whenever you in those times, it's like God is sending you back in that darkness, and you have to use your flashlight to look. And God is saying, you have all this. Why you keep getting mad? Like, if I send you here, you know, everything you have access to in the light right now, it's not good enough to get you to the next level. That's why I keep bringing you down in this low place, so you can shine the light and get something from here and take it with you in the light, and you can use it and to make money, to live life, to get better, to unlock new feelings of love, empathy, and caring for others. That's all the greatest people did. When they fail, they have a flashlight with them. They look down here. What can I use next time I go back in that light side, or on the part that I have access to? What part of me can I add to where I am right now, so I can become better, so I can provide more value to the world? That's all that is. You know, sometimes before you get mad, before you get sad that your business didn't work, or whatever you're working towards didn't work, and you in a setback, nobody's helping you, just look. What can I learn? What did I do wrong? And be inspired. Go out and experience. Drive. You know, go do nice things, and keep that in mind. Like, I want God to inspire me, and I'm expecting God to inspire me today to have an answer for all the things that I've been doing wrong, what I need to change. And I promise you, you will get your answers. That's why I'm so focused on allowing yourself to be inspired, because we are in a world that we don't know anything about. And we choose to listen to all these people that's winning just because they have something to prove it, they have something to show for, and we think they know what they're talking about. But in reality, God guided them. God guided them, man. You was born, you didn't know nothing. You grew up and you learned certain things, and now you are at a good place. You enjoying yourself, you making money. It don't mean that you're the smartest person. It just meant that you learned from your lessons, which is kudos to you. You did what you were supposed to do. But other people don't want to do what they're supposed to do. They want somebody else to tell them what they need to do. And in reality, that's not what it is. You know deep down in your bone what you need to do. You know deep down in your heart, you need to let go of all the blame game. You need to let go of looking at your hard times like God hates you, but you know God love you because you're still in this world. You still have people that call you to check up on you. Even if it's only one person, you still have that one side of you, inside of you, that's always telling you, yeah, you thinking low of yourself, but you're bigger than what you think. Why would God do that if he hates you? He will keep that enemy of yours in you to keep telling you bad things, but God always keep that one side of you that's always telling you, that's uplifting you. Even if you don't have nobody in your life that uplifts you, you have that voice in your mind that always tell you, you deserve more, you deserve more. And you're going to sit there and get mad at God because something didn't work out. But in reality, like, you just got to look.